So what's up? Today is Wednesday, December 17th. I'll be trading the Nasdaq like I always do. So I'm coming into this session with a bullish bias. And honestly, I feel like that might confuse some people because I feel like we have been moving kind of bearish. But one of the things that makes me say that is because on the 4 hour, well, I'll start on the daily actually. So on the daily, right, you can see we had this push down. We actually just hit equilibrium with this range, and we're reacting off equilibrium in this range. So that's one thing where I could see us coming up for buys, right? But then when I came to the 4 hour, I saw we actually closed through this 4 hour gap right here. So honestly, now that we've closed through this gap, I'm honestly kind of looking for this high right here as the draw. And NQ is currently moving more bullish. Yo, what's up, Bakakenu? How are you? But yeah, so NQ is moving more bullish because it already took previous day high, but ES has failed to do so. But I mean, I'm gonna have to watch like how price action kind of plays out. I can't ignore any obvious order flow, but and when you do these stacked lows, hopefully like these over here get ran. But I'm probably looking for buys though. Thank you for the follow, Lanio. So honestly, if we can come sweep out like this low right here, react off that, I would like taking buys off that, to be honest. We'll see. I see a little bit of the charts cut off, it looks like. On the TikTok, at least. It's not much, though. So I'm hoping we can get some pullback so I can take longs. Because honestly, I wouldn't really like to take longs just yet. Because I feel like neither NQ or ES kind of took out this low resistance down here. I want to get swept. I just, like, when I always think, like, what's at my stop loss, I don't want to put anything that's, like, equal highs, equal lows. Like, I don't want to put, like, low resistance liquidity, like, all these stacked lows at my stop loss. Because, like, if it's an area I target, it's not like I want something like that at my stop loss. So we are coming down a little bit right now. And honestly, too, I mean, it's okay. It's taking some time. Me personally, I don't like taking trades like right after the market open. I kind of like to give it like a little bit of time to kind of cool off. Because sometimes you can catch like some crazy trades like right off the market open, but there's also times where it just kind of like fakes you out. Yeah, okay, so we're getting a push down. So like I always think too about like manipulations, right? Because 930, there's always manipulations, right? So not I'm looking at this 930 move down as a manipulation, and then we might continue up higher. And Visit said, "What's up, Tim? What's up, Visit? Happy to see you." You said market movement isn't good until about 10. Yeah, sometimes. Sometimes it can move at like 930 though, but so we're coming down to sweep this low, it looks like. It'd be nice if we could come sweep it, leave an SMT there and react up, but Visited, happy to see you as well, just analyzing the charts. Love to hear it, bro. So yeah, we're definitely gonna take this low. So we swept out all these lows down here. So we swept a low inside of a 15-minute gap, right? Because you got to think right now, if we start coming up, we're not only sweeping out this low, but we're tapping into like a fair value gap. But I mean, the other thing is though, like when you zoom out though, I mean, a lot of times when I get a little confused with my bias, right? Like I'll start following like, how's order flow moving, right? Like if we keep dumping, I'm not going to keep saying I'm bullish. You said accumulation, manipulation says short, but I see bullish 1 hour fair value gap. Yeah, I mean, the thing is, I was looking at the 4 hour though too. Like we inversed this 4 hour gap. So honestly, I was kind of thinking now we inverse this 4 hour, we might continue up, but I mean, I could be wrong. I wonder too, like, oh yeah, honestly. So there's this little tiny, like, I wouldn't say it's that tiny, but there's this 4 hour gap right here. Honestly, if we're going to close through that 4 hour gap at 10 a.m., I'm definitely going to be bearish. Because there'd be no reason, like, if we're going to continue bullish, there's no reason for this 4 hour to get inverted. And then at that point, I feel like there's just all these lows down here that just have to get ran. But if this 4 hour holds, I'll keep looking for buys. So, I mean, yeah, this 4 hour gap right here is my main condition at this point. You said the 1 hour bullish gap got hit and it might reject it just looking at it. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I'm gonna wait to see how price action reacts, honestly. Because I feel like I want to say I'm bullish, but I do know there's a chance it could keep dumping, to be honest. Thank you for the follow, Joe Lopez. So we're starting to wick up right now. That is not what I meant to do. Honestly though, like once it comes around to 10 a.m., I feel like I'll be a lot more confident in my bias because like when I see how this candle closes and if we close through this 4 hour gap or not, that's gonna be really telling. Someone said thoughts on. You said Jay Lopez, Jennifer Lopez. Nah, it's not Jennifer Lopez. It's Joe Lopez. But you said thoughts on NQ going 24/7. Honestly, I'm not too afraid. I feel like there's a lot of people that are like bugging out about Nasdaq going 24/7. But like, if you think about it, the main times the Nasdaq moves is when those big players in the market, like the institutions, are trading, right? Like the institutions are not going to be trading at 2 in the morning, if you know what I mean, right? Like, so 9:30 open is still going to have a lot of volatility. Like the biggest stocks, it's not like they're going to be getting traded like in the middle of the night. So I don't think it's going to change too much. I mean, there might be some minor things that change, but you said, isn't the people who rely on opening range break the ones who would be affected? Not necessarily, because I mean, if you're looking at the opening range break, I mean, you could still do like the opening range break of like, I'm not saying it works, but I know there's some people who do it for like sessions. Some people do it for, oh, honestly, and now that I'm looking at the chart though, we're dumping. I don't think this 4 hour gaps can get respected. I mean, it could come up last second, but honestly, I'm looking for shorts at this point. So I'm looking for a 5 or a 15-minute gap to open up. I want to see it trade back into it and respect it and go back down. Vizon said, but my question is, Wall Street always open at 9:30? Yeah, I mean, yeah, because Wall Street's still going to open at 9:30. It's just, you're going to be able to trade. And I was watching some video. I'm not the right guy. I don't know if you guys know that like Delta Trend Trader guy. I forget his name, but he made some really good video saying about like, I think he was saying that when you trade outside of market hours, it's like, I want to say it's an ECN, or he had the right term in his video, but he was essentially saying that like the orders are routed entirely differently and there's just different levels of liquidity outside of like regular trading hours, like 9:30. So at this point, I'm looking like, so there could be this 5-minute gap opening up right here, right? So if this 5-minute gap opens up, we trade back up into it and get a clear IFVG out of it. Like, I would take that. He said, I don't know if you know Dodgy. He said, bro, IFVG doesn't work anymore. Blame Dodgy, bro. Went to Wall Street, leaked it. Dude, of course I know who Dodgy is, bro. Dodgy, honestly, is one of the people I, like, credit my learning from. Like, Dodgy has a crazy amount of free information on YouTube. I love him for that. Dodgy is the GOAT. You said repeat that? Which part? KVN. Was it the thing about trading 24/7 Nasdaq? You said the outlook for RN? Oh yeah. So honestly, I'm bearish because so I know we did like invert this 4-hour gap, but one, I will admit we're moving in bearish order flow right now. And then I'm looking at, you see this 4-hour gap right here? We're probably going to close through this gap. And honestly, if we were going to continue bullish, I think there's no reason why we should close through this gap. And we have 17 minutes till this candle closes. So I don't think it's going to wick all the way back up in 17 minutes. I mean, it could happen, and I'll change my bias if that does happen. But so I'm looking for shorts. You said you're chopping so bad, bro. Here, I'm gonna listen to myself on my phone, see how bad it is. I guess does it only lag when I move my screen on TikTok? Well, it lags a little bit. Yeah. Yeah, I'm live on YouTube, but I'm gonna try restarting the TikTok and try fixing something. You said taking longs RN is kind of a toss-up because how could you move down with this placement? Yeah, that's the thing. I think shorts are the move right now, to be honest. And we're going to open up this 5-minute gap right now. You said, which strategy do you follow? It's kind of similar like the PB strategy. You said you just know bro was a gamer. How are you streaming on 3 places at once? Well, I'm using the software called Restream, and actually, you know, now that you ask, I'm actually streaming on 4 places. Well, I'm struggling with my TikTok though. They said it was cutting out, but I'm live on YouTube, I'm live on Twitch, I'm live on Kick, and I'm trying to figure out my TikTok live. But my audio keeps cutting out because TikTok Live Studio is kind of annoying. I can't say that while I'm live on TikTok, but TikTok Live Studio is annoying me. You said we might shop for the next 15 minutes? I could see that. You said, I love Twitch, low-key smooth? Interesting. I restarted my TikTok live at a lower quality, hoping that would fix it. I gotta check on my phone if it actually did. He said, holy momentum? Yeah, you're right. This is dumping. Yeah, like, there's no way I'm taking longs against this. I'm still cutting out on TikTok. I'll deal with that later. You said, looks like Donald Trump breathed the word China again. You said, I still remember the October dump was in October or September. Honestly, I don't know off the top of my head. I mean, I guess end of October. Like mid-November. Yo, what's up, the random kid? Honestly, it would be even nicer, instead of pulling back into a 5-minute gap, imagine if we can pull back into this 15-minute gap. That would be even nicer. Oh, you said KVN from TikTok? Yeah, I don't know why. My audio keeps cutting out on TikTok for some reason. I'll try to figure that out later. I appreciate you coming over to YouTube, though. Dude, there's no way that... Is TopStep X actually having issues again? He said, yeah, exactly what I was going to say. The 15th. Dude. Watch. I just know. See, I'm looking at TopStep X right here, right? I'm going to refresh the page. I bet money it's going to stop working. You said you peeped the S&T on the 15-minute? I'm trying to see if I can actually even place a trade. Oh, I guess I gotta trade eval again today. Is Alpha Ticks working? Oh, you guys cannot see that. I gotta blur that out later. So it looks like, yet again, Alpha Futures is working just fine. But TopStep does not work. Like, guys, I'm literally not even trying to show my affiliate code, but, like, you guys wonder... You guys are like, oh, you trade on TopStep. Why do you promote Alpha Futures? Like, literally this right here. It's the exact same trading platform, bro. Like, it's literally Project X, and it works on Alpha, but not TopStep. This is the second day in a row, too. Like, if you guys want to use Alpha Futures, definitely use my discount code TIMB272. It actually gets you 25% off. You said if I buy next Alpha Futures account, use your code. I appreciate that. And honestly, for the next 48 hours, though, it's 25% off. I meant to post something about it, but... And it's 25% off. Yep. Yeah, it says Project X is experiencing issues again. Dude. Crazy. Yeah, you said top step down. Yeah, Alpha Futures isn't, though. Ugh. Crazy. Crazy. You said Top Step falling off, not gonna lie. I was talking about that all day yesterday, bro. Cause like, honestly, like I get having a couple of issues, but it's like literally like this is way too frequently. Like, not acceptable. Like they should literally be giving me 5 express funded accounts for what they've done to me. Like, I mean, I have 5 already. You should be giving me 5 more. I'm literally dead ass. And there was one time in the past they gave me a new funded account because I think I took a loss or something like that. And they were like, we'll literally give you a whole new funded account and you keep the old one. You said I put 3 micros. Now what I'm doing? You said I think we better retrace. Yeah, I'm hoping. I want us to retrace into some gap. Honestly, ideally, I want to see us come into this 15-minute gap. I'm sharing the right screen, right? Yeah. Ideally, I want to see us come into this 15-minute gap up here. And then, just reject out of it, essentially. You said, Tim, I'll grab some food. Let me know if we open the 15-minute. I'll close my phone, but I can hear the audio. I got you, bro. So, I mean, I'm okay with us just chopping here because we're staying close to this gap. Because once this gap does get opened, I definitely want to see us trade back up into it. You said top step down again. Unfortunately, yes, top step is down again. Unfortunately. 2 days in a row. You said you can watch 1 minute. I mean, I do watch the 1 minute, but just like the way my trading strategy is, it's like reliant on me getting a retracement into a 5 or a 15-minute gap. So there's really no point in me like I could look at the 1 minute, but and technically like I'm not taking it, but there's like I don't know if you guys know what a mech is, like from PB trading. I mean, maybe I shouldn't be leaking their stuff, but essentially, I mean, we inverted the highest time frame gap separating us from this unfilled gap. So, I mean, in theory, we should rebalance to this unfilled gap. It's just too counter trend for me to take something like that. Yeah, see, we're just dumping because it's so counter trend, but I mean, we have what? It's 5 minutes now until we open up this 15-minute gap. And the 15-minute gap and the 5-minute are like kind of right next to each other, which is good too. You said I put 3 micros in the inversion, but top step is ass. I mean, there's a chance they might reverse the trades. Oh wait, is Top Step working again? I see the login page. But I know yesterday though they reversed all the losing trades and they kept the winning trades, which honestly kind of surprised me. I should put on my screen I'm not taking this though. I feel like people come in here and they're like, "You're in this?" I'm like, "No, don't take this." Honestly, it might work out though. I mean, so this whenever it opens up, this would be the unfilled 15-minute right here. And this is where the current unfilled 5 is right here. You said still down, went bullish on the 1 minute. Vice had said it right, I'm back. All right, bro. You said don't put TP and stop. I mean, yeah, I guess. I'm just like, this is, if I were to have taken this is what I would have done. Sometimes I just like seeing how it would have played out. But I'll mentally remember. Honestly, if I was in that, I'd probably like go break even right now if I were to have taken that. Those equal highs. You said if this 15-minute candle closes below the 50%, I might look for a short buy. Oh, never mind, took it out. Yeah, we still haven't opened up this 15-minute gap. Honestly, the main thing I'm looking for is how we start reacting once we tap into this 15-minute, once it opens up. I love that the 5-minute and the 15 are right next to each other too. So like if we do retrade back up, we tap into the 5 and the 15-minute gap, get a rejection out of there. Looking nice if that happens. Oh, Top Step says network error. It honestly amazes me though. Like, how is Alpha working but Top Step's not? It's Project X for both them. You know, Project X better be working tomorrow morning because I need to full port CPI. This is important stuff here. Full porting CPI. So we're about to get 10 a.m. open right here though. So this is pretty important because like so we're closing through this 4-hour gap, which means like there is no way in hell I'm looking for longs. I'm literally like no way in hell I'm looking for longs at this point. So we haven't taken out all this low resistance yet, so there's still these stacked lows that we need to run, right? And it looks like we're about to pull back into some unfilled gaps. You said before today's session ends, they just had a full port CPI. I mean, sure. I almost feel bad passing on that information. Don't turn into degenerate gamblers, guys. You only do that if you have money to fail on evals, essentially. Because I only do that because honestly, like I'm not trying to like toot my own horn here, but like I'm profitable, so like I really don't want to spend time on eval. So like if it means I need to fail it once or twice, but I can still pass it outside of my trading window, just without thinking about it, I'll do it. If that makes sense. Oh, you said I don't full port my account's about to expire. If your account's about to expire, you gotta do what you gotta do. I hate that we're dumping. I wanted us to pull back up. I'll mark out 10 a.m. open. Do I have it saved? Yeah, 10 a.m. open. So I'm pretty much just waiting for a pullback for shorts at this point. So I'm hoping we can pull up here to these gaps. You know, honestly, I mean, since we're not doing much right now, I mean, I can just tell you have full port CPI. So, I actually tried to do it, on Tuesday. I can probably just show you with that. So, I'm gonna set. I actually got to set an alert at this 5-minute gap. In case I miss it, I mean, I'll get an alert. Don't worry. But so, I did this on MNQ by accident because I'm literally stupid. But so essentially, so once that news comes out, it depends on how impactful the news event is, right? Like, I feel like if it's like CPI or like NFP or something, I'll do like 35 points. But essentially, you just put a buy stop, right? So like you can just put a stop, well, stop buy, right? Then you put a stop sell on this side. So essentially, whenever it breaks through either side, it's gonna like tag you in. And I just do full contracts. So like you gotta think about like when this candle comes out, right? Like if I didn't do micros, it would, well, actually NQ didn't wick down like this. I know this looks like a bad example, but if I did it on NQ like I literally intended on doing, what is it right here? So you can see, like, this is 830 right here. It didn't spike down. It literally only went up. So then, if I would have put my, I put my buy stop 35 points above, right? It triggers me in there. And next thing I know, I'm up like a bunch, if that makes sense. Yeah, I mean, it pretty much would have, I think it would have barely worked out, but quick way to pass accounts. I know people do that in Apex all the time, though. Samrat says, "Hey Tim, how are you doing? I just joined. Do you take any trades today?" Nah, I have not taken any trades so far yet today. But happy to see you, Samrat. I'm doing good. How about you, bro? I really want us to pull back into this unfilled 15-minute gap. This thing, I should probably get rid of this alert. That's gonna blow up my ears. You said we will see pullback. You can see it's trending upwards with slow displacement. You said missed out on my long. Sorry to hear that, bro. You said, bro, ES tapped the 15-minute. Honestly, yeah, ES might have tapped the 15-minute, but just honestly, I know this might, in this case, it might sound stupid, but I usually like to see NQ tap into the gap because I don't want to put an unfilled gap in my stop because I only trade NQ. So we could deliver down, but I gotta hope it gets a little higher. But you said, what's the target of the day? I mean, I could see all these lows. Honestly, I could see us coming all the way down here. So there might be an SNT. I mean, there is an SNT at the high. But the only thing is, like, it wouldn't follow my trading plan. Like, for example, right? Like, let's say we come and close through, like... Well, we technically... This is weird. We already actually closed through the highest time frame gap, I'm pretty sure. Because there's no 4-minute, I don't think, right? I mean, no 4-minute, no 5-minute, no 3-minute. Yeah, so I mean, we actually already closed through the highest time frame gap here. So, I mean... I usually take an entry, but I don't want to put my stop at an unfilled gap. That's like the main thing. I mean, I might miss out on a trade here that's going to win, but I got to follow my plan. You said there's lots of LR. Yeah, there is. Yeah. We already ran all this LR, but like, I marked out like a toddler over here, but... Ideally, I would love to see us just come up, sweep out these highs, and then go down. Because we're even building, like, oh. You were probably talking about this low resistance on the 1 minute, not the one all the way to the left. Yeah, we're building a mad low resistance on the 1 minute. This is probably going to run without giving me an entry. I really want to see us come a little higher up on NQ. So, I mean, I'm hoping... I mean, I don't think it's even that likely. But I'm hoping that we kind of, like, keep chopping here a little bit, manipulate up a little bit, and then just come right back down. But... Ooh! Maybe the drawing's helping me? I saw it spike up. It has to listen to the drawing. I'm just going to keep occasionally checking if Top Step X is back up. Oh, Top Step X is back up. I guess I'll stop shit talking Top Step for now. I don't trust it though. It looks... Is it a little laggy? I don't know. Dude, I'm like losing my trust in Top Step X though. Like... It's going... It's got a green little API status. I mean... I just needed a little bit more of a retracement. Even like ES is building up low resistance liquidity at all these lows too. My face is in the way. But if I move this over here, you can see like it's building up all these stacked lows over here too. I guess Dodgy just tagged everyone in his Discord. He was like, stop using Project X / Top Step. It's down again. Are you serious? How are people still using that? Honestly, like right now we're getting kind of choppy. Which is weird too. Like I talk about the macros. Technically, this is the 950 to 1010 macro, and we just ended up shopping for it. You said it seems like a trap price action. I mean, yeah. And honestly, I'm surprised these lows haven't gotten ran yet. I feel like it would either manipulate up and then go down or run these lows, but not shop here. Like what? Anthony said, like the stream, yo. I appreciate that. To run up the algo. Yeah, likes do help the stream. Drop a like, guys. You said, are you trading Tesla today? I mean, I'd never trade Tesla, to be honest. I only trade the Nasdaq. And I look at the S&P 500 too, but I like to focus on indices. You said going up? I hope it does, honestly. Because if it goes up, that'll at least give me the opportunity to take a short. Because, like, the thing is, like, yeah, it's pretty obvious we're going down, but I feel like we just haven't had a good enough of a retracement. Like what? Like 9:30 market open was like around what? Like here? So like, oh, we actually did hit EQ this range. I would have guessed we didn't, honestly. But we're going to sweep out the high inside of equilibrium of this range, tap into a gap. That's still good. But Darky Knight says, yo, Tim, morning man, how are you? Just got back from the gym. What'd I miss? You honestly didn't miss too much. I haven't taken any trades yet. I love to hear you're starting your morning with the gym, though. Best way to start your morning, bro. I just want to see us pull back a little bit more. Not gonna lie though, like when you like zoom in and look at like this right here, this is some chop. You said which prop do you prefer aside from alpha? I like my funds and futures. I like Tradeify. I feel like alpha, my fund and futures, and Tradeify are probably my top three. I know there's a lot of people that like Take Profit Trader. I'm not too sure I feel about them, but honestly, I feel like now that my fund and futures started offering an account with daily payouts, though, honestly, I wouldn't recommend Take Profit Trader. It's weird though. We're building up low resistance liquidity on like both sides. Like we're building up like all these kind of stacked highs at the top, and then we're doing it at the bottom too. I mean, like I don't really look at like chart patterns, but like this is kind of like a triangle. If you know what I mean? Or like I forget what they call it. You said what about Apex? Honestly, I really don't recommend Apex. They have too many rules. Like they have an intraday trailing drawdown. Like you can save money trading Apex, but in my opinion, like just pay a couple extra bucks and go with a firm that you don't have to worry about getting your payout denied. Because like you don't want to trade an account for like you could trade an account for 3 weeks and they could just deny your payout. Like I wouldn't wish that upon anyone. That sucks. Like just pay the couple extra bucks and just go to a firm that you know your payouts can get approved at. I think we're gonna dump now and not give me an entry probably. But I mean, my trading plan just says like all my trades have to be delivering from 5 or 15-minute fair value gaps, and we have not tapped into a 5 or a 15-minute fair value gap, so can't really take a trade. You said cool shirt, by the way, man. Is that like a kind of teal color? I think it's more like a greenish. But thank you, bro. I appreciate it. Wow, this is some chop. Honestly, I feel like if we keep chopping for a long period of time, I feel like 11 a.m. really could give us a good move. Because I feel like there's a lot of times where like we just chop, chop, and then 11 a.m. comes around and we really get a good move. But we'll see. You said I made some good sum in Tesla at the start of market, so it feels good to be done for the rest of the day. Oh yeah, definitely. If you got some good profit, just walk away for the rest of the day. But you said I want to look for buys, but no clear structure. RN, hope 11 a.m. will give us something. Yeah, there's really no clear structure right now. Like, this chop over here is diabolical. You are not going to catch me trading that. Oh, can we please go up? So I'm liking this a lot, honestly. So I'm hoping we can come up and tap into these unfilled gaps. And then I want to take an inversion down. You said hopefully we might get some retrace after 1050. Yeah, hopefully. I'm loving this though. So I'm going to look for what is the highest time frame inversion in this leg, right? But you know, I remember someone before though, like, I know there's instances where we make a gap SMT and it holds, but like, if that trade lost, I would have been kicking myself because, like, honestly, I just don't like putting unfilled gaps on my stop loss. Like, this right here is kind of the reason. I mean, we did sweep out the high of this other 15-minute candle, which I hope doesn't push us down, but I just want a couple more points higher, and then I'll start looking for shorts. So we're really close to this unfilled gap. Oh, don't do that to me. You know, if I did take this short earlier here, it would have came so close to my stop but never hit it. Whatever. That's so annoying though. How are we going to edge this unfilled gap? That's crazy. And it's not like there's even a 5-minute. No, we didn't tap into a 5-minute or a 15-minute. Crazy. You said, how do you like a stream on Twitch? I actually don't think you can, to be honest. Now that I think about it. I'm honestly not too familiar with Twitch. Dude, Dodgy took that 1-minute IFVG before? He said me too, but it's smooth? Interesting. So, the Dodgy, when he took this, he TP'd up here? I mean, that's kind of where my TP was when I was looking at it, but You said he took a 5-second IFVG? I don't think he actually did, but I'm going to look at the 5-second to humor myself. There's no way. If you're actually talking about this 5-second IFVG here, you said 5-second. Come on, man. I really hope he did not take this. I mean, I know it played out and all. He in all seriousness, though, I bet he probably took this 1 minute. He probably took this and just... I think this is what he took. You said from the top? Like, this tiny S 5-second? I don't know what... He's got to be engagement farming. Because why would Dodgy take a short with an unfilled 15-minute gap right there? I don't think... I know there's an SMT there. You said, bro, who trades the seconds time frame? You said, yeah, 15 seconds diabolical. It really is, bro. The 30-second gives me a headache, to be honest. I mean, I trade the 30-second, but going below there? Nah. You said 30 seconds only valid time frame? Yeah, facts. You said I trade the 1 second? You're just a different breed, bro. I'm still looking for a retracement for shorts, unfortunately. Honestly, I feel like this might be one of those weeks where I don't get too many trades. And honestly, I was thinking about next week. You said I trade nanosecond IFVGs. That's where it's really at, bro. The real sauce. But I was considering, I honestly think I'm going to do this. I really might switch to eval for the next couple weeks. Like after this week. I'm going to keep trading funded this full week. But once this week's over, I might switch to eval. Because one, I mean, I do want to get more funded accounts. But two, I don't want to mess up. Like, I have so many funded accounts right now. I don't want to mess that up with December price action. Like around Christmas time. So I'll blow my accounts at Christmas time. No one gets Christmas gifts. You said good choice because Christmas is low volatility. Yeah, historically, Christmas isn't the best time to trade. But honestly, though, like, I was kind of joking. I said blow my accounts and no one gets Christmas gifts. Like, I'm kind of joking and all, but I really don't want to ruin my mood right before Christmas. Like, I know trading shouldn't affect your mood, but it's going to upset me if I blow all 5 of my top step accounts right before Christmas. Like, that's not how I'm trying to start the new year, to be honest. I'll just come into the account with some... Dude, I'm getting excited looking at this. Honestly, this 1 minute right here, I feel like there's probably a 2 minute, maybe? No, yeah. This is probably going to work out. I'm not taking this. But we closed through. Dude, come on. I just wanted to hit these unfilled gaps up here. You said, can we see a tap? That's what I want to see. I just want to see it come up here. That's all I want. But I mean, honestly, now that we closed through this 1 minute gap, we really should go tap into that. You said there are people who trade on Christmas, by the way. Like, bro, go build a snowman. Yeah, facts, though, bro. Like, imagine you should be spending time with your family and you're like, bro, people say they day trade for freedom, and yet the same people will be day trading on Christmas Day when they should be spending time with their family. Like, dude, like, these people, like, they say they're day traders, but some of them are actually just gamblers. Like, you can't take a day off. Like, it's Thanksgiving, you're day trading. Like, Anthony said, is this the biggest stream so far? On YouTube, this is my biggest stream so far. On TikTok, though, I actually had a stream with like 70 people on TikTok, like a week ago. And then last night, I actually did some stream, and I had like 90 people in there. But I wasn't trading or anything. I was just like live on TikTok. But honestly, I'm not going to lie, though. When I was live on TikTok, I was like, yo, guys, pull up to my live stream. You said, yo, 70, that's impressive. Honestly, when I got to 70 on TikTok, though, I was arguing with this dude nonstop. Like, he pulled up my chat, And he was like, bro, you have no idea what you're doing. I can mentor you. And I was like, bro, like, you're going to mentor me? Like, I'm on a winning streak right now. And then, yeah, we were just beefing back and forth and people just kept coming in. You see that's sick, the snowball effect? Yeah, the only thing is TikTok, they give me a hard time. They want me to use like a thing called TikTok Live Studio, which is like their streaming platform. But I keep having issues with it. Like if I move the screen, like when I'm trading, it just lags my mic. But if the screen's like static and not moving, it works fine. You sure that's a sign people want chaos? Honestly, people have told me that though. Like, I don't know if you guys have heard of Patrick Whelan. Like, but apparently he just argues with his chat. Like sometimes he'll be like, no, all you guys are stupid. Like just yelling at them. Like, I'm not going to get to that point. I mean, I like you guys, but I mean, it's entertainment to a point. Dude, I think I see someone's talking about with saying Dodgy took the 5-second. There's no way. I wanted to show executions. Come on, bro. Like, I like Dodgy and all, but like, bro's trading 5-second inversions on a plane. Are we kidding me? He said arguing with the chat. Yeah, dude, Dodgy's actually trying to say. I mean, like, I'm not gonna argue with him. If he says he took it, he probably took it. I believe him. But like, dude, taking a 5-second inversion with an unfilled 15-minute right above is diabolical. Like, I know there's an SMT up there, but still, like. You said bro's insider trading? Yeah, bro. He went to the New York Stock Exchange the other day. He's been moving different since. I don't know. You said, oh man, seems like I want to go down. Yeah. It probably does want to go down, which is unfortunate for me. It came so close to that gap too. Like it was like what, 4 points away? You said different breeds of people. Some people trade 5-second IFVG. Some people wait for 2008 lows to get swept. I mean, if we go to the monthly time frame here. Nah, I'm just kidding. Is there a yearly time frame? Nah, that'd be crazy. Is there like a 3-month time frame? Oh wait, can I go to 12-month? What am I doing? I guess it goes back to 1999. You know, I love when people ask me, do I prefer to take... You said there is a yearly time frame? I don't know how to get to it. I'm sure that there is somewhere. But, dude, well, people ask me, though, do I like taking longs or shorts better? Like, I want you to look at this graph of the Nasdaq and think, are longs or shorts higher probability? Like, dude, the Nasdaq goes up. Oh, I mean, not right now, though. So at this point, I'm not going to keep saying we have to come all the way up to up here. But if, let's say, we're going to open up like a 5-minute gap, like right here, and we trade back up into that, respect it, get an inversion out of that, that's where I'd start looking for shorts now. Because, like, I really want to target, like, this low down here is the first target, which looks like we're just running straight toward, unfortunately. But, and after this low right here, we're probably going for previous day low, to be honest. And I forget. Yeah, ES has not hit previous day low either. So previous day low is still a good target, to be honest. You said 25.74 is the previous day low? I think. I mean, when I go to the daily time frame, yeah, I mean, it looks like 25, like 25.73, 27, yeah, pretty much. For NQ, the Nasdaq is at least. For ES, it's 26.17, but so hopefully I want us to pull back a little bit, right? So we're going to open up this 5-minute gap in 2 minutes. This is the next thing I'm going to look for as a condition. But I wonder if we're trading inside of a 15-minute gap. Yeah, I mean, we swept out this low, but this probably means nothing, but I was thinking it's interesting. I feel like whenever I stream on like Kick and Twitch, there's always these bots that come in. They're like, want more viewers? Get more viewers here. I feel like YouTube has none of that. I would honestly love if we can come back and tap into this 5-minute gap before we take out this low over here. That would honestly be really ideal. I mean, is it going to happen? I don't know. We'll see, but because honestly, like I always think about like the more like significant higher time frame lows we take out, the lower rated shorts are going to get, right? Like, because think about it, like I'm taking a continuation short, but like I'd be taking a continuation short after we took out a significant low. So I mean, it could work. I mean, I might even still take one like that, but it's not as high probability as if before we took out this low. Oh, I mean, while we're waiting here, though, I don't know if you guys heard me before. Alpha Futures is doing 25% off for the next, like, 48 hours. So it's 25% off all evaluations. Honestly, I think they're one of the best firms out there. I know Top Step's been having crazy issues lately. And Alpha Futures really has not. So, I mean, if you're looking for a prop firm, definitely check them out. But it looks like we're going to hit this internal low right over here. So I'm still looking for shorts, honestly, but... So there's 2.5 minutes till this next 5-minute gap will open up. You said, how do you deal with market shop? Well, I mean, honestly, I feel like I've just gotten to a point where I have overtraded in the past and I have like 4 setups and I've just seen the effect it's had and it doesn't work out that frequently. So I feel like just like, it's kind of like an analogy where like if you keep putting your hand on something hot, your body's going to remember like, hey, don't put your hand on that. Like I feel like I've been like getting messed up from making mistakes trading for so long that like I just don't make that mistake anymore. He said I deal with market shop by closing my laptop. I love that answer. You said we have SMT at the lows. I mean, yeah, but like I feel like we're just moving so bearish, it might not really matter. But yeah, and also you said how do you deal with market shop? Honestly, like if it gets to 11:10 and we're still chopping, I'm really gonna lock my account out for the rest of the day. You said, can we take longs to 5-minute unfilled? Honestly, it might work out. I just don't like how counter trend it is. Yeah, I mean structurally, it doesn't look half bad. I mean, mech's like taking longs to unfilled gaps should work counter trend, but you said I don't recommend taking longs to unfilled gaps because, for example, we wanted the 15-minute earlier, but it just dumped. Yeah, and yeah, I feel like the main reasoning for that is like the other thing is too. ES could come up and hit an unfilled gap, and ES will deliver us down, but NQ can never actually hit it. You said done for the day. I guess ended green. I mean, I feel like ending green is not something you guess about, yes or no. But I mean, it sounds like you finished green. Congratulations, bro. I mean, not anytime you did not lose money is a winning day in my mind. Oh, we're just dumping. We're probably gonna hit. Oh, ES actually already hit previous day low. NQ is probably gonna do the same in 5 seconds. Oof. And that's the annoying thing too. It's like after NQ takes previous day low, like what am I gonna target? You said why wouldn't you be taking shorts on these dumps? Well, I mean, it just doesn't follow my plan. Like, I mean, my plan tells me I have to wait for a retracement into a 5 or a 15-minute gap. So like today, it prevented me from taking a trade, but like overall, it kind of helps me. You said typing mistake meant to say it ended well. Okay. I'd say it ended well if you finished green. Or even slightly red, as long as you didn't really take a loss. A serious loss. I like how in the... You said I either pass the account or lose it all for this? Lose it once for all? Oh, CPI tomorrow? Oh, I missed that. I read the bottom part. Not a bad idea, honestly. Especially if you're getting close to like the rebuild. And you were, I think, I was showing before. You heard me before. I definitely can say it again if you missed it. But you heard me before when I was talking about how to do it. You said, do you prefer trading FOMC days? I prefer days that are not FOMC. Like the morning before FOMC is definitely not the highest probability of days. But he said, "Oh yeah, I was there." Good stuff. So, I mean, I do like we haven't like swept out previous day low just yet. So, I mean, yeah, there is an SMT there, but like I could take shorts to previous day low. You said, okay, so your strategy consists of retracement. Is there a long you can see? I couldn't see longs today, but I mean, I'll take longs if you reverse at key levels, yeah. But because honestly, I feel like there are days where I'm like, oh yeah, I think we're gonna go here, but it's like, if we haven't gotten a good enough retracement, it might get a retracement, stop me out, and then go my way. If that makes sense. Like, because I always think about, like, with my strategy, like, what makes sense over the long scale. Like, today, it might look like I made a stupid decision, but, like, my strategy, like, I've tested over months where I know if I keep acting this exact same way over months, it would benefit me. Do the people on the Top Step X subreddit are going crazy right now? I feel like they always be going crazy when Top Step X goes down. I should look at the Discord. It's honestly entertainment. Like when Top Step X goes down, I feel like everyone loses their mind. Like it's not that big of a deal. This one dude saying get a live account. Honestly though, like live accounts are like further down the line, they really are the move. So we opened up this 5-minute gap. Yeah, I was just using open up another 5, yeah. So I hope we're able to pull back into it. Let me check the 15, yeah. You said, I mean, that's kind of the goal, to print money and prop and put it live? Yeah, essentially, yeah. I feel like a lot of people forget the plot, though. At least, is my goal. Yeah, there are a lot of people, though, that, like, they're set on, like, trading props the rest of their life. I'm not gonna lie, now that I think about it, if structurally it looks good enough, like lower time frame, I might consider a long off previous day low, only because, like, in this move down right here, we have not rebalanced a single 5 or a 15-minute fair value gap. So, like, if I can get a good structurally good, like, long off previous day low, I might try it. But that's, like, the only long I'd ever consider. You said if it's 11 and nothing, I'll call it a day. Honestly, I'm kind of on the same page. I mean, if it gets to 11:10 and I can't find anything, I'm definitely 100% done, but... You said equal highs on 5-minute? They're not equal highs. They're close to being equal highs, but this one swept out the other one, so they're technically not equal, but it is an unfilled 5-minute. Yeah, I mean, so look at this though, like, right? So as we've come down, there's this unfilled 15, unfilled 5, Another unfilled 5, right? Like, we've literally rebalanced none of these gaps. And once 11 a.m. hits, this is going to become an unfilled 15-minute gap up here too. So honestly, we've taken out previous day low only for the sheer fact of, like, we have literally not rebalanced a single fair value gap since market open. Like, if I can zoom in and structurally get a good long right now, I'd consider it. But I want to see how it forms. I want to see how the candle closes. I'm not just blindly taking a long here. And you said, and what time frame do you check for market structure? And what time frame do you trade in? I mean, I trade in like, I'll take a trade in any time frame between the 1 and the 5 minute. But honestly, I check almost all the time frames. Like, I check the daily, I check the 4 hour, I check the 1 hour, I check the 15 minute, I check the 5 minute, and then I'll check every time frame between the 5 and the 30 second. So we are now inside 4 hour order block. I mean, there's a lot of things we're probably trading inside. We've really pulled back pretty significantly. We took our previous day low. I wonder, is that like previous week slowdown? Nah. Oh, that's a volume imbalance though. I could see us dumping hard today, to be honest. Like, overall. We are just dumping. You said we already hit all the lows? Yeah. You said now what? Well, I mean, I know it's far away, but there is like a long time ago, right? But I'm pretty sure there's a volume imbalance here, right? We didn't fill it in. Like, I know this sounds a little crazy, but I feel like there's still this little bit of this volume imbalance left down here. I'm not saying it's going to happen today. Oh, wait, no, did we fill this in? There's like a microscopic portion of this volume imbalance still left, I bet. I'll deal with that later. Are we pulling up a little bit, maybe? So one thing I'm seeing, we're kind of failing to go below previous day low. We're kind of just hanging out around there. And we're opening up this 3-minute gap. So, like, honestly, like, let's say maybe we close through this 3-minute gap. And then that would be at the exact same time that there's 11 a.m. open, right? So 11 a.m. open would manipulate us up into, this is going to become an unfilled 15-minute, right? So we could manipulate up at 11 a.m. open to the unfilled 15, and then we continue down, if that makes sense. But I want to see how that candle closes to see if I'm going to take this or not. There's no 5-minute, right? He said this reversal is going to be crazy once it hits. Yeah, at some point there's going to be a reversal. Because this range has not been rebalanced at all. Yo, I like how I open up my Instagram. This dude says Top Step is the worst firm in the trading space. 2 days in a row is unacceptable. It really is though. I like how when they send out their messages in the Discord, like I was reading their message, they're like, what are people saying now? But essentially though, they're just like, we understand Top Step is not living up to your and our expectations, but we will not stop until we deliver the best product, blah, blah, blah. It's just like, dude, you can't just keep saying that and having the thing go down, though. So I gotta be ready in case, I don't think it's gonna happen, but honestly, if we like wick up last second, but I don't think I'm gonna be taking it long, to be honest. I mean, like, so 11 a.m. is essentially the last hope here. Like, maybe. This is 11 a.m. open, right? So in theory, 11 a.m. open should manipulate the opposite way. So 11 a.m. open should manipulate up. In theory. In theory. But there's a 4-minute gap now. There's actually a 5-minute gap. I kind of missed that. So if we trade into this 5-minute, maybe, because is there a 15? I mean, there is. This is becoming a 15-minute, but you said 5-minute IFVG to 5-minute highs. That's not something I'd be willing to take, to be honest. It might work out, but I just don't like how bearish we're moving. So I mean, the only hope of me getting a trade today, essentially, is let's say if we just kind of manipulate up, tap into this gap, and then give a clear displacement back down. He said, I'll wait for the first 15-minute candle. Yeah, I mean, I know it hasn't looked so promising so far. I feel like there's a chance, though, we might get something now. Oh, dude, come on. I want to see this gap hold. I cannot believe that gap got inverted. Because honestly, yeah, good. Because we really should be coming up to this 5-minute up here. Okay, cool. Honestly, when I saw this 30-second get inverted, I was like, are we really about to run down without tapping into this gap again? So I guess ES has tapped into the gap and both NQ. So NQ's tapped into the gap too. So I can look for shorts, but the only thing is though, like where are the gaps in this leg? It's so choppy. Like there's no 1-minute gap, there's no 2-minute, no 3-minute, no 4-minute, no 5-minute, not even a 30-second. So it's like, and technically the only 30-second gap here already got inversed. Yeah, I'm liking this reaction out of this. Like we kind of wicked into it a little bit, reacting out of it immediately. You know, I don't know if any of you guys know Tyler trades, but I always love looking at the trades like other traders take. And like, he got stop rated. It was a setup I was kind of looking at, but I was talking about how there was like an unfilled 5-minute right above, so I didn't want to take it. But he got stop rated on that, and then it ran his way. He said, how do you mark your FVG? Do you let them overlap on different time frames? Or do different ones on different time frames? Well, I mean, I have like an emphasis on 5 and 15-minute fair value gaps, but like, let's say if I'm getting a rejection out of one, I'll essentially look at what's like the highest time frame gap in that leg. So like if I go on the 1-minute, is there a gap? And then I move to the 2-minute, is there a gap there? On the 3-minute, is there a gap there? So whichever's highest time frame I'll pay attention to. Now, I'm not going to take this, but I mean, there is this 5-minute that's going to close through. One, I don't like the risk reward really. Because if anything, I feel like we might just tap into this unfilled 15 up here and continue down. But I don't think this 5-minute close is something I'm willing to take. You said 1-minute inverse? I mean, yeah, there is a 1-minute, but I usually pay attention to like the highest time frame. So the highest time frame here, because the 1-minute could inverse, but this 5-minute could still hold. Yeah, I mean, I'm probably not getting any more trades for the rest of the day, though, to be honest. I mean, I always stop trading at 11:10. So it's 11:08. So like I'm not gonna find anything. And honestly, I'm gonna pass up on this trade if it presents itself. Like if we close through this 5 minute, I'm not taking that. I feel like honestly, I feel like it could work out, but it's not something I want to take. For the heck of it, I'm just curious. I want to see if we close through this 5 minute. Yeah, this 5 minutes holding. You said 2 minute inverse? I mean, you're saying close to the 2 minute? Yeah, but I mean, there's still this 5 minute gap. I always pay attention to the highest time frame. It is kind of pulling back up though. You said I'll be trading PM. Honestly, PM session will probably be good today because AM session, I feel like AM session kind of ass today. Oh, we have 30 seconds till this candle's gonna close. I'm not gonna take this if it closes through, but I'm just being nosy and being curious. It didn't even close to the 5 minute. Yeah, I definitely am not taking that. But so I'm gonna start from the beginning of this session and go over my thought process on everything, right? So coming into 9:30 open, right? 9:30 open was like right around here. So we pretty much just started dropping. Honestly, at first, I was talking about how one on the daily, like I did come into the session saying I had a bullish bias, but I ended up flipping that pretty quick, right? So I marked out this range. So this is pretty much the most recent price leg on the daily. We did tap into equilibrium. You said take care, Tim, gotta go. I appreciate you stopping by, Vizid. But so in this range right here, right, we tapped into equilibrium of the range. And then on the 4 hour, the main thing that made me say I was kind of bullish was, you see how I marked out this 4 hour gap right here? We ended up closing through it. So I was like, you know what? I think the draw is this high up here. So, yeah, I mean, the thing was though, after that, at 10 a.m., the point when I flipped bearish was once we closed through this 4 hour gap right here, it makes no sense. Like if we were going to continue bullish, there's absolutely no reason why we should close through this 4 hour gap right here. So I was pretty much just looking for a continuation short, but the main thing going against me was, you can see like we opened up this unfilled 5 minute gap up here, never trade back into there. Unfilled 5, unfilled 15, never trade into those. And I was saying if we pulled back into those, I would have taken a short out of it. But the only thing is, like, I'm just following my plan, my model, right? And yes, I do understand. At this point in time, ES did tap in this unfilled gap and make an SMT. But the only thing is, since I only trade NQ, I just don't want to put an unfilled gap in my stop loss. Because I always think, like, where I'm putting my stop loss is an area that I would target, right? Like, in unfilled gaps are an area I would target, like equal highs, equal lows, low resistance liquidity. I can't have any of those things at my stop loss. So at this point, once we actually started breaking out and coming down, I said, you know what, at this point, I don't necessarily need us to come all the way up to this unfilled 15, but as long as we trade back up into any of these unfilled gaps, I would have taken a continuation short, because we were trading toward previous day low. So I think I got rid of my drawing, but so yeah, so previous day low was like right here. So I was looking for shorts all the way down to previous day low. But then once we actually like did come down to previous day low, I was like, you know what? Like since we haven't rebalanced any of these gaps, I was kind of starting to look for like a rebalance like long. And honestly, I probably could have gotten one here. It would have made me shit my pants, honestly, if I took it. No, honestly, that's not clean enough for me to take. But yeah, I mean, I wasn't really looking to take any retracement longs here. And then yeah, we're holding this 5 minute because I remember before someone was asking me about like, oh, we're closing through this 1 minute gap here. We're closing through this 2 minute gap here. But like I was saying before, I like to look at the highest time frame gap. So the highest time frame gap right here is this 5 minute, and it never got inverted. So yeah, that's something you got to be careful of. Like, we could invert a 1 minute, we could invert a 2 minute, but if we're trading inside of a 5 minute gap or something like that, like, it could just still hold. But does anyone have any questions? Anything I just said? Anything trading related? Yeah, I guess probably not. But if you guys are looking for a prop firm to trade with, Alpha Futures is doing 25% off for the next 48 hours. So it's 25% off all evaluations, unlimited uses. So I highly recommend checking them out. They have not been having all the issues that Top Step has been having. And also, join the free Discord if you're not in there already. It's on my profile. It should be in the pinned comment as well. But I do appreciate every single one of you guys stopping by. Have a good rest of your day. I'll be live. Oh, my monitor froze. I don't know if you guys said anything. I gotta unfreeze my monitor. I don't know how long it's been frozen for. Oh, you said no questions? Okay. Yeah, but so I appreciate all you guys stopping by. I'll be live 9:30 for Thursday and Friday. Same time, 9:30 Eastern Standard Time. But I appreciate all you guys stopping by. Have a good rest of your day. Peace out.